Red Pill Kids, Episode 1, The Great Snack Swap. In the quirky town of Truthville, where trees shimmered with a faint glow and mailboxes stood taller than kids, a grand adventure was about to begin. The streets sparkled under a bright blue sky, whispering secrets to anyone brave enough to listen. High in a tree, a cozy treehouse glowed with lanterns, its walls covered in string maps that promised mysteries. A sign swung proudly, declaring Red Pill Kids HQ, where heroes gathered to chase the truth. The treehouse door burst open, and Milo, his spiky blonde hair bouncing and red pill patch shining on his jacket, leaped out, waving a magnifying glass and shouting, "No conspiracies too big." Zara, her wavy black braid swaying and red pill patch bold on her hoodie, followed, grumbling, "Milo, don't break anything." Inside the treehouse, Milo, wild and full of ideas, scribbled on a chalkboard, yelling, "What if aliens run the cafeteria?" His patch gleamed like a badge, his grin as big as Truthville itself. Zara, sharp as a tack, rolled her eyes and crossed out Milo's silly theory, saying, "Focus, Milo, this candy wrapper's a real clue." Her case files notebook lay open, stuffed with neat notes and clever plans. The chalkboard stood tall, a mess of Milo's wild drawings and Zara's tidy fixes, while their red pill patches glowed, showing they were the perfect team to crack any mystery. Suddenly Snuff, a floppy-eared mutt with light reddish-brown fur, bounded into the treehouse, barking, "I smell something." His red pill patch dangled from his collar, and his oversized nose twitched with excitement. Snuff's paws slipped, and he crashed into a stack of books, yelping, "Oops!" but proudly dropped a chewed-up sock at Milo's feet, his tail wagging like a windmill. Milo chuckled, saying, "Good boy, Snuff. Is this a clue or your snack?" As Zara groaned, "Gross!" while Snuff's collar patch jingled, ready for the next chase. Up on a treehouse beam, Slink, a sleek black cat with a red-tipped tail, lounged lazily, muttering, "You amateurs need me." Her yellow eyes glinted, and her patch shone on her collar. Slink's tail flicked, knocking a paper onto Zara's head, who snapped, "Slink, help already." Slink just smirked, stretching with a yawn, too cool to rush. Slink's smug grin filled the scene, her red-tipped tail curling dramatically, her collar patch catching the light as she planned her sneaky moves. A flutter of wings brought Squawk, a tiny emerald-green parrot, zooming in, squawking, "No conspiracies too big," mimicking Milo's voice. His patch bounced on his chest, goggles tilting askew. Squawk dropped a sparking wire gadget, yelping, "Oops!" as his goggles slipped, and Milo groaned, "Squawk, stop breaking stuff." The gadget fizzled with a pop. Squawk flapped wildly, his red pill patch gleaming as smoke and sparks swirled, turning the treehouse into a whirlwind of feathered chaos. Milo raised his magnifying glass, shouting, "Red Pill Kids, assemble!" as Snuff wagged his tail, his red pill patch sparkling on his collar like a hero's badge. Zara flipped open her notebook, saying, "Let's bust some lies," while Slink yawned, muttering, "If I must," her coolness hiding her team spirit. Squawk perched on Milo's shoulder, squawking, "Bust lies!" as the Red Pill Kids stood tall, their red pill patches glowing in the treehouse's warm light, ready for anything. In a shadowy school locker, Ezra, the mastermind, plotted with a sly grin, saying, "Those Red Pill Kids are no match for me." His blue pill patch shone on his blazer, a sign of his tricky ways. Ezra pinned a photo of the Red Pill Kids to his stringboard, muttering, "Time for my next big trick," as he crossed out Milo's face with a dramatic flourish. The locker's bulb flickered, casting spooky shadows, and Ezra laughed, "I'm always one step ahead," his patch glowing like a villain's crown. At Truthville's school, kids stared at vending machines stuffed with veggies, one crying, "No chips? It's brainwashing!" as Milo gasped, "This is bad." Snuff sniffed a carrot and sneezed, while Slink hissed, "Celery. Gross." And Squawk flapped, mimicking, "Brainwashing," his patch bouncing wildly. Zara gathered the team, saying, "Ezra's behind this. Red Pill Kids, let's crack this case," as their patches shone, ready to hunt the truth. The great snack swap had begun, and Milo pressed his face against a vending machine, groaning, "Kale chips, this is a crime," as kids around him frowned sadly. Zara sketched a plan in her notebook, saying, "Ezra's hoarding the good snacks. We need a plan," her patch standing out on her colorful hoodie. Snuff's nose twitched and he barked, I smell candy. Bolting down the hall, his collar's patch bouncing with every eager step. Snuff charged into a janitor's closet, barking, "Got something," but tripped over a mop, splashing water everywhere in a clumsy tumble. The crash uncovered a box of candy bars, and Milo cheered, "Snuff, you're a genius," as Snuff wagged his tail, proud of his messy find. Zara picked up a wrapper, saying, "It's got Ezra's initials, EC, he's busted," as Slink slunk in, purring, "Sloppy Ezra," with a sly grin. Slink's red-tipped tail flicked as she crept toward Ezra's locker, whispering, "Time to outsmart the mastermind," her patch jingling on her collar. Inside, Slink found a coded menu plan labeled Snack Swap, purring, "Gotcha, Ezra," as her yellow eyes sparkled with sneaky delight. A string board fell, nearly trapping her, but Slink leaped out, plan in mouth, hissing, "Too close," as shadows chased her daring escape. Squawk perched in the cafeteria, goggles slipping, squawking, "Where'd I hide those chips?" in Ezra's voice, fooling a worker with his clever mimicry. The worker answered, "You said the storage room," as kids gasped, and Milo whispered, "Squawk, you're amazing," his eyes wide with awe. Squawk flapped proudly, his red pill patch bouncing, squawking, "Legend, Squawk," as the red pill kids raced off to catch their foe. Milo and Zara burst into a storage room, shouting, "Got you, Ezra!" as they spotted crates stuffed with chips and candy, a treasure trove of snacks. Ezra smirked, holding a fake contract, saying, "My mind-control diet's perfect," as Snuff growled and Slink hissed, ready to pounce. Squawk flapped in Ezra's face, squawking, "Liar!" as the team's red pill patches glowed, standing strong against Ezra's blue pill patch. Zara waved the coded menu, saying, "You just wanted the snacks for yourself, Ezra," as Milo tossed candy bars to cheering kids outside. Snuff dragged a chip bag, barking, "Snack time," while Slink nudged a crate open, muttering, "Don't expect thanks," her tail flicking. Squawk mimicked a school bell, squawking, "Party time," confusing Ezra, who yelled, "My stash," as his plan crumbled in a panic. In the school courtyard, kids cheered, munching chips, as Milo and Zara high-fived, saying, "Truth wins," their red pill patches sparkling like stars. Snuff crunched a chip, Slink licked her paw, purring, "Not bad," and Squawk squawked, "Heroes," perched proudly on Zara's shoulder. Ezra sulked, holding a broccoli stick, muttering, "Broccoli's healthy, you'll see," as his blue pill patch mocked his veggie-filled defeat. Back in the treehouse, Milo pinned a new clue to the board, saying, "What's Ezra planning next?" as Snuff napped, a chip crumb on his nose. Zara updated her notebook, saying, "We'll be ready," while Slink sharpened her claws, muttering, "Better be worth it," her tail flicking lazily. Squawk mimicked the narrator, squawking, "Next mystery," as Truthville's glowing skyline sparkled, calling young detectives back for more. Stay tuned for more Red Pill Kids. Subscribe so that you don't miss any episodes.